Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel and welcome back to the long lost alt count. So with the alt count, I actually have quite a few Deathtouched darts sat in the bank and we are going to recreate probably one of my best performing videos of all time. We're going to go and see if Deathtouched darts are worth using at next in 2025. Now, we've done this twice before. Each time we've used 20 Deathtouched darts and we've only ever sort of got one of the next items. So this is going to be our third attempt at doing it. And with 2025 now, prices of items have changed dramatically, and the Deathtouched darts and where you can use them are very, very limited. Now, Deathtouched darts are an instant one-hit mechanic, an item you can buy from the traveling merchant depending on what week and what the merchant has to sell. Now, if you're wondering when a Deathtouched dart is going to be available on the merchant, the wiki does have a calculator of when it's going to appear, and the Deathtouched dart can be bought for 5 million GP. Now, Deathtouched darts are also in the weekly rewards. Sometimes it's a reward for doing your daily challenges, and sometimes, and very rarely, it can be put on Treasure Hunter as well. They are very niche and very useful for times, but their uses are a little bit limited. And for me, the sort of big choices to make it for profit are between Nex, Catfight King to a point, and also Ambi. Because I'm not good enough for Ambi, this is why we're doing Nex, but I think it's a nice little challenge video we can throw on the channel once or twice a year to have it as a big challenge to see if we can actually make some profit from 20 Deathtouched darts. Now, for us to make profit with these 20 darts, we need to be at 100 mil. And to be able to get 100 mil from Next currently, maybe might be a bit of a push, but let's go and see anyway. So what we're going to do is go make the instant world now, go and hop in and go and throw these 20 Deathtouched darts in Next and hope for the best, and let's see if we can pull that Torva plate. If you are enjoying the videos and you are liking the content, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We are aiming for a big sub goal this year of 10,000 subs, so if you guys can help me out, that would be absolutely massive. Thank you guys so much, and if you do have any suggestions for future content, make sure to drop it in the comments below. So without further ado, let's go and get set up with the private encounter. So I'm going to go and start this. So we're already having spent 600k to get this started. I have brought some magic notepaper as well because one of the better drops nowadays, I suppose you'd call it, the brews are unnoted, so we can note all the brews as well. So next is here. Let's go and give her a try. Again, as always, the traditional spawn, which makes Next so good, and then that is basically the mechanic of a Deathtouched dart. You just throw a dart, you basically one hit it, and then from there we get some drops. So we got Bruise and Restore to the first one. Again, the probably the most well-known / traditional Next drop, so that is pretty decent. So we've got some more Bruise to pick up as well, and some more Restore. So in terms of a price for a drop nowadays, the Brew and Restore drop is currently at 272k, which, don't get me wrong, is not really what we want. We want something a bit better than that. But it's still one of the better drops nowadays. The Seed drop and also the Green Dragonhide drop just aren't as much as what they used to be. And maybe to a point, maybe Next does deserve a little bit of an update in terms of what the drops are. In terms of that drop, we didn't get anything. Oh no, we would have got some form of seed, and the Seeder side has sorted that out. So rather than make you guys sit and watch through all these Deathtouched darts, I'm just going to sort of like go through and talk through the KC once it drops and once the drop is on the floor. But we're going to crack on and do 20 total Next kills, and hopefully we can pick up that item. So drop number 3, some more seeds have been picked up, which the Seeder side has kindly just destroyed for us. So 20 Dragon Stones, again, not really what we're after, but it's still loot, it's still something to add onto the pile. Nice to see something when the past 2 have been seed drops. So there is some Stone Spirits. It can get worse and it will get worse. So Phasmatic Stone Spirits again. We are on to a rough set of darts so far. This could quite easily be the worst set we've currently had. But again, we'll keep going and we'll see what we'll get. And we'll update you guys with the next one. So this is number 7 going down. And this is going to be a drop of some more seeds. Oof, this is definitely a rough one. The ones we've had before, like, don't get me wrong, the first one I ever did, I didn't actually get a Next drop, and I didn't get anything special, but I didn't do too bad. It wasn't actually that bad in terms of loot. Again, I think Onyx Bolt saved me quite hard. And then the second time we did it, we got something like Virtus Boots. This is rough. So we're 7 down so far, and all we've pretty much got is maybe 400k if we're lucky. But yeah. This is the risk you do though with Deathtouched darts. Deathtouched darts aren't something you're going to guarantee profit from, and this is why sometimes the few quest boss or the few like little mechanics you can work on other monsters, Deathtouched darts are worth more than trying you look at. There's some Onyx Bolts though, which is nice, 2.4 mil, so we have made something, but we're not going to cover the cost. And I think most of these Deathtouched darts were accrued from doing daily challenges. I don't think many of them were bought from the merchant, so I'm not going to take as much of a hit as what I think I'm going to. But let me know in the comments, what do you do with your Deathtouched darts? Do you save it for Quest Boss? Do you go and do Ambi? Do you go and do Catholic King? Or do you do it with Next as well? I've got quite a few accounts now which have like 10 to 15 darts now. The 7A Bond and the main account, I think are both around between 10 and 15. So I'm debating on where to take them. Maybe main account goes and tries Ambi for a little bit or learns to get good. And we can try and see if Ambi's better profit. But there's some brews, which isn't too bad. That will knock the overall price up quite a bit. And we just get the as well. Now, if you guys want me to do it, I do have a little method with Zook where you can use Deathtouched darts to make the cape considerably easier. It's pretty much how I did the cape on my account. As Phasmatic Stone Spirits come in again. If you want to see it, let me know. I know I've sort of been saying I've been doing it for a while, but we will definitely get that sorted if you guys want to see it. Again, drop it in the comments below if you want to see that video, and we can always make sure we can do that for you. So another brew and restore drop, that is kill number 11. We'll just chuck a little brew just to make sure we're going to live. More brews and restores for number 12. Phasmatic Stone Spirits again for number 13. That is 4 of the 13 darts have resulted in Phasmatic Stone Spirits. That is absolutely brutal. But 7 more to go. Hopefully not too long left. And some more Sorrow Brews and Restores for number 14. Some more seeds for that one. So 5 darts left. We are now officially 75% of the way. 5 more darts to go and save this one from being by far the absolute worst set of 20 Deathtouched darts we have done on this series. More brews and restores, 4 left to go. More seeds for number 16, 3 left to go. So number 17, new drop, 375 magic logs, which weirdly enough might actually be better than, it is better than the brews and restores. So magic logs actually being one of the best jobs at Next is a little bit wild, but you know, this is 2025 and prices do change quite severe. So in terms of what we've done in terms of these kills, we've not really got as much Onyx Bolts as I've hoped. We've got quite a lot of Phasmatis, which is what's kind of killed us a little bit, and a lot of seeds as well. If we got more like magic logs, some more Onyx Bolts, that would have pulled the GP up, but this is going to be definitely a rough one unless we look out on these last 2. So the one before last, Onyx Bolts is nice. Maybe we might even crack 10 mil in terms of the GP we're going to make. Actually, probably not. But you know, last one, time to get this done and get this seen. Again, by far the worst one we've done at free. But this is what we do it for. Deathtouched darts are a risk. You can either use them for those quest bosses or those difficult kind of things you want to, like Zook. Again, I can do that Zook video if you want me to do it. Or you look at him and take a risk and take him at a boss. So we've took them at Next. They've not worked unless we're going to sort of pull something out here. But this is what you do with Deathtouched darts. You either invest in them to take the risk and maybe you do make some money and you get lucky, or you use them to make your gameplay significantly easier. And there we go. We're all done, all wrapped up. The final one we've just got there is some more seeds. So that's 20 Deathtouched darts done at Next. And this is going to be the grand loot we're going to get. Hold tight. I know it's going to be a big one. So we're going to throw the magic logs in, 300k, the Phasmatic Stone Spirits, the brews, which will contribute a little bit to it, and the dragon stones, which aren't a lot. And then finally, the main chunk is going to be the Onyx Bolts. 7 mil from 20 Deathtouched darts. So that is a negative profit of 93 mil. If you went off the actual price of the Deathtouched darts, if you're buying them from the merchant of 5 mil GP each. Do I think it's not worth doing? I do think it's a risk, and I think it's kind of a gamble which you need to decide if you want to waste your Deathtouched darts there. Deathtouched darts are limited and haven't really been updated on where they could be used. There are bosses like Virago where you should be able to Deathtouched dart in one go, which is phased, which I do think would be quite interesting to see how that would change things around. I just think with Deathtouched darts now, if you are someone who struggles with PVM, use them to improve your gameplay and to skip certain quest bosses, or things like Zook, or the Fight Kiln. Use them to progress your account, and then if you have any in surplus, then if you want some GP, or if you want the thrill of doing a gamble, or maybe you want to do some collection log stuff at Next, then you can use those Deathtouched darts for that as well. But if you were to ask me, were the Deathtouched darts worth using 2025 in Next? From this video, absolutely not. Save them for something more important for your account, or save them for Ambi. Maybe you want to go and duo with someone, or solo them yourself. There's definitely better options currently. Now, we're going to do a second video on this year, maybe in a month or two when I get a couple more keys on the main account. But until then, that is going to be my opinion on it now. It's not worth doing. And going off the back of the other 2 videos, I just don't think it's worth doing in general. But it's the ultimate gamble. You might come out and get 2 12er plates in 20 kills. You don't know until you've done it, but it's whether you want to gamble your Deathtouched darts doing it. However, hope you guys enjoyed. If you want me to do this again, obviously I said I'm going to do it on the main account anyway. Let me know in those comments below. Let me know any suggestions of any other things you want to do. Let me know what you use your Deathtouched darts on as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.